I think we're at a point where pretty much everybody can agree at this point that every accusation coming from a Republican is in fact an admission. And nowhere is that more obvious these days than in the impeachment inquiry against President Biden himself. James Comer, the chair of the House Oversight Committee, the dude who is pushing this impeachment inquiry, has been all over the conservative media over the past couple weeks, selling this impeachment push, going as far as to say that they've got multiple smoking guns. But, you know, he doesn't want to tell you what they are just yet, but it definitely, he's told us, involves that shell company that the Hunter Biden and his company were using to like funnel money to President Biden and all of that. So yeah, the shell company is the key, James Comer says. And he would know, wouldn't he? Because a great new report from the Associated Press has blown wide open the fact that James Comer might actually be the one actually guilty of funneling money for his own personal gain through a shell company. Let me read you this. The Kentucky Republican, who's leading the impeachment inquiry into the president, co-owns 6 acres of land with a longtime campaign contributor. The Associated Press reported he transferred ownership of that property that he bought in 2015 to Farm Team Properties, a shell company he co-owns with his wife that has exploded in value. The AP found that Farm Team Properties functions in a similarly opaque way as the companies used by the Bidens, masking his stake in the land that he co-owns with the donor from being revealed on his financial disclosure forms. Those records described Farm Team Properties as his wife's land management and real estate speculation company without providing further details. It's not clear why the lawmaker placed those 6 acres in the shell company, which he created in 2017, or what other assets might be held by Farm Team Properties, whose value Comer listed as being as much as $1 million, which is a substantial increase over the $50,000 to $100,000 value he listed in 2016. Comer bought the land 8 years ago with construction contractor and longtime donor Darren Cleary, who at the same time was selling an acre of land to Kentucky so a highway bypass could be built near Tompkinsville. He sold the congressman a 50% stake for $128,000 that would end up being adjacent to the highway. Days after buying the land, Comer announced his first campaign for Congress, and Cleary's businesses have donated about $70,000 to his political campaigns over the years. So you bought some land with a donor. You put it in this shell company so that you didn't have to disclose it on your financial disclosure forms. Then you decided to run for office. The guy who you basically are in business with is giving you $70,000 over the years for your campaigns. And you want us to think that President Biden's the one doing something shady? Come on, James. You got to be a little more honest with the public than that. You also have to understand, dude, that there's a very good chance you Republicans are not going to control the House after this coming November's elections. And I hope, for your sake, that you get the exact same treatment for your shell company as you keep trying to make Biden face, right? What's good for the goose is good for the gander. So let's hope that the Democrats, if they take over Congress at the end of this year, that they treat your shell company with just as much scrutiny and national media attention as you've tried to make for President Biden.
What are you doing? It's over. The video's over. I'm done complaining about everything, and that's it. The end. Leave. Well, okay, if you're going to stick around, maybe you should give us a like, a comment, a share, or just subscribe to stay connected with all of our content. Or maybe you should consider becoming a member for some exclusive content and perks. Just follow the link in the description. Now, go. Just go.